Scientific testing. Oh, she died.
Oh my! Holy! What?
Oh, and something broke.
Casings.
Worst bushings.
Whoa! What the heck? Everybody. She roached.
Shelby drop.
Real deal Holyfield. Deliver.
You're wrong, first off. Marge the mechanic. Oh, no. Here's some bad news.
Lord Almighty! Oh. Hey! Hey, what? Are you good? A little dabble, do you? Sleeper.
Little Pooch is all right. I'm the first person to... Hey, guys. Back on off. Huh? Something's in a bind here.
Classic.
What next, Penelope?
Weasel Knievel.
Oh, Granny. Woo! Oh, there you go.
Nice car.
Oh.
Bye. Here, oh.
Look at her go. And muddy feet. Oh, she touched me with it. Welcome back to the Sleeper Dude channel. We are back with the 63 Falcon Futura Hardtop. I know you guys have been asking for it. I've been wanting to work on it so bad. You know, we've got a lot of drag cars around here, and I've always wanted to build a serious autocross car. I've decided that this is going to be the one. So we have a whole suspension kit from Detroit Speed here. Look at this. The kids haven't even seen all this.
Dang, son.
We got tubular control arms. We bought the whole level 2 kit. It comes with adjustable coilovers where we can adjust our ride height. It totally changes all your suspension geometry. Even comes with new spindles with bigger bearings like the Trans Am cars used to have. We're also going to change the lug pattern from 4 lug to 5 lug with drilled and slotted rotors and dual piston calipers from Baer. This is our 11-inch classic kit. We should be stopping a lot faster, handling a lot better. It's going to have a sway bar now. Especially going to have better everything. We're going to tackle the front suspension in this video and brakes, but we need to get a baseline to see how much it's improved. So cut to the footage of us doing a handling and braking test of this car. It went really well. How bad do you think it's going to be?
Pretty bad.
It rolls really bad.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty bad.
Scientific testing, take 1. Oh, she died. Okay, that was predictable, wasn't it?
That was very predictable.
Come on.
Oh, what's the cone?
Oh,
What's the cone? Oh, we ain't. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you barely missed the cone
Yeah.
up there.
Okay.
That's why.
I think we need to widen our cones out a little farther, maybe. It seemed like it was too tight. All right, let's move them a little bit.
I didn't expect it from this. Yeah, neither. That's wild.
Our width has been adjusted. I think we had it too tight. Let's try this again. All right, this is the one, guys. It's gonna be it.
It is.
Oh, what is that noise?
Woo!
She's sputtering. Oh, brakes.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay, that was wild.
That was a mess. We're gonna do another try just to make sure we got this thing sorted out. I'm an expert driver. I'm a professional race driver. I don't know what that noise was. What, the fan shroud?
Probably.
Something was rattling like crazy.
Bad noise?
We're gonna go find a professional closed course to do the braking test. Let's go there now. We're gonna try to get this thing up to about 55, 60 if it'll get there. Check out this second gear shift. Going. Now we're in. This brake pedal is such a brick. It moves about that much. We have achieved 60, 61, 62, 60, 61, 62, 60, 59, 58. Here we go. Put 2 foot on here. Oh, I think we broke something. Ride this sun, okay. Let's go back and measure that. I don't think I've ever hit the brakes that hard and something broke. Yeah, I barely have any now. It's a good thing this thing has a working emergency brake. Okay, slow down, stop. Oh man, that's worse than it's ever been. I think we overshot there.
It was like triple what we thought
Yeah,
it
it's way longer. Let's measure it. 218 feet.
Woohoo!
From about 58, 59, 60, 61. That's pretty pitiful performance.
Yeah.
You know? But tiny little drum brakes, that's what you get. And I don't know what broke, but we'll figure it out. You know the pedal only goes like that far? I hit it, it popped, and it went down like this far. And then I had to jab it really hard to get it to do anything then.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's barely stopping now. Yeah, that was a mess. So we may have broke something in the brake system, it looks like. The thing about drags the rockers on the curves. But it's been a fun car to take to Ford Fest. We've had fun with it. We improved our times last time we took it, so we know what it does on the autocross track at Ford Fest. And we want to see what it'll do this year at Ford Fest. So let's dig right into this thing and start tearing it apart. You think it'll pick it up?
Yeah.
I love my poverty caps. So we don't even have any new hoops for this thing. I'm just hoping I have two here that'll fit it when we get done. Eventually, when we do the rear end, we'll get a brand new set, obviously. Every time. This just has 165R fronts. Our plan is to eventually put at least a 7-inch wide on it. That's probably a 4 or 5-inch wide hoop there. These little cars don't have a ton of room. So this is all the brakes we have currently. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that stuff coming out of there. We must have broke something loose in the braking test. These are 4-lug and it's not the same load pattern as a Fox Body Mustang. They have a different load pattern.
That's such a small drum.
I think they're maybe 9-inch. Let's see. Yeah, they're 9-inch drums. So this is a 11, I think it's 11.3 inch. Obviously drilled and slotted. I think they're zinc plated as well. And see, this is going to change our load pattern.
Yeah.
So we'll have 5-lug now, which is going to be awesome. There's a lot more options for hoops out there for 5-lug stuff. These will fit under some 14-inch hoops, but mostly 15s and bigger. And this kit is surprisingly low cost. We put a really similar kit on the Gremlin on the back, and they're like less than $800 kit to do all this. It comes with stainless hoses and everything you need, all the hardware.
Look at how small that is, that cap.
I know. Get it off, I'm gonna take it off.
Ain't no wiggling to it. Okay, come on.
Can you get it off there?
No.
There you go.
Wow.
So we're going to tear the whole front suspension out from under this because the kit replaces upper, lower control arm spindles, sway bar, even replaces this right here. Gives you way better suspension geometry to make this thing handle. Even changes how the spring is located. I'll show you as we put it in. Look at these bushings here. Somebody's either made this or, yeah, it looks like somebody's like homemade this one.
This is exactly why I was nervous going around the autocross.
In this car?
Yes.
Look, is that?
That's casings.
Doesn't that look homemade to you? Everyone I've ever took apart had a solid bushing, like it was a single piece.
Yeah, that's definitely homemade.
Yeah, like this. Look, they've homemade that bushing. Look at that. Look at this side. See, it's supposed to be a solid piece like that. I think that is an old casing that's been cut down. Or like a rubber mat out of a truck bed floor or something. I knew it was shot. We just have never fixed it, you know?
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see it on the autocross. See how much better it does.
Destroying the other people?
I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
we might have to do a driver mod to get that out of it.
You just gotta give her the beans, taters, and onions.
Oh, that's what Mom said. Guys, something I struggle with every year, whether it's Mother's Day, birthday, Christmas, whatever it is what to buy Tosh as a gift. And she loves coffee. I was thinking, what could I get her that would give her a better cup of coffee? And that's when I found AeroPress. So it's a pretty genius setup. It was invented by the same guy that invented the Aerobie, which is like a plastic ring that you can throw for like a mile. It's absolutely crazy. He took it upon himself to invent a system that would brew coffee better easier, and faster. AeroPress is like a French press that makes a way better cup of coffee. With over 55,000 5-star reviews in over 60 countries, AeroPress is the best reviewed coffee press on the planet. With all those great reviews and a price under $50, I mean, you can't even fill your car up with gas for that. It makes the perfect gift for Mother's Day or any special occasion coming up. You won't even need to give them the gift receipt. And if you travel all the time like we do, you don't want that horrible hotel coffee. It's perfect for travel. It's super compact, as you can tell, and you'll know that you'll get a great cup of coffee even on the road. And it only takes 2 minutes to brew and clean. But enough talking about, let's brew some coffee. So here's how it works. You put your filter in there. You pop the filter cap on here. You put 1 heaping scoop of coffee grounds in there, medium fine. You give it a little shake to level it out. Put it over your coffee mug. We fill it up with some boiling water, or at least 185 degrees, up to number 4. We give it a stir for 10 seconds. We put the plunger in here, and that vacuum is going to stop it from dripping. We let it brew for 30 seconds. Okay, that's been 30 seconds. Now we put gentle pressure from the top, and it's going to press it right through that filter. It's pretty cool to watch it work, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. When you get done, you just pull the filter cap off here, pop the grinds into the trash, and you just rinse this out, and you're good to go. There you go, babe. Can't say I never did anything for you, huh? It's totally different than a normal coffee machine, right?
I can't believe you just made this in the shop. Like,
I know. It's crazy. You can make it anywhere.
it's very good. It's gonna be super convenient when we're traveling.
Yeah, I think so too. AeroPress is shockingly affordable at less than $50, and we've got an incredible offer for our audience. Visit aeropress.com/sleeperdude. That's AEROPRESS.com/sleeperdude, and use the promo code sleeperdude to save 20% off your order. That's aeropress.com/sleeperdude, and be sure to use code sleeperdude at checkout to save 20%. It's time to ditch the drive-thru, toss the French press, and say yes to better mornings fueled with better coffee. AeroPress ships to the USA and over 60 countries around the world, and we thank AeroPress for sponsoring our show. Now let's get back to it.
There we go. Get this out. Look at how small it is.
It is a baby, isn't it? No wonder they upgraded the bearing size. It's okay, we're not reusing them, bud.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what? Now it's all sudden tight. Why did it do that?
It started getting tight as you pulled it out. Probably because it's got a ridge on the back side. You want me to pull it?
Yeah, you do that.
So usually right here, feel it's got a lip there.
Yeah.
How much brake dust is in that? Don't breathe that junk. Well, our brake shoes are still in good shape. Now, we rebuilt this brake system when we first got the car, what was it, 3 years ago maybe?
Yeah.
You can see we put all new hardware kit in it, new wheel cylinder and hose. This car's never had good brakes, which it has no rear brakes. That's one big problem. So we've ran it this whole time with only front brakes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you forgot. Yeah, the rears, we couldn't get any of the hardware for them because it's like a really small rear axle. When we get done with this completely, our eventual goal is we have a 94 Mustang GT out here that's a 505 speed car. We're planning on building that motor, putting a T5 in this, and putting an 8.8 rear in with disc brakes, the whole deal. That's the eventual goal. So I'll have 4-wheel disc eventually. So that actually sets your lower ball joint location, so you can actually adjust your caster. From memory, I think I gave it a bunch of casters. You can go back and watch the videos when we worked on it and lowered it. Okay, so this strut rod comes out. This is more of a mess here. There's another one on this side. Yeah, look at our bushing. That's what we were working with. Yep. There you go. Are you excited about these upgrades, Ralphie?
Yeah.
Now this is one of your favorite cars as well. He loves driving this car because of the size. Look at that wiggles without that strut rod. Look at their sway bar bushings here. I'd actually forgot the car had a factory sway bar. I'm surprised it leans that hard with a sway bar.
Up here in the squeezy art corner, we got some spring Easter paintings. A little something new, huh?
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, I'll just come out of your chair, Ralph. So if we take the upper and lower ball joint and tie rod loose, we can take this whole thing off in assembly. There's so much rust dust. Look at these bushings. We may have the record for the worst bushings. You know? Those are awful. Are the cotter pins being a booger?
Yeah.
You already look like Wawa with your arms.
I don't know. I think it's from this.
There you go. Those things can be a pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Try threading it on there just barely and then wiggle it back off. There you go. See? There's a trick. Stop. Look at the cracking in the brake shoes here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, we're gonna take our ball joint nuts loose here. We gotta get the spring pressure off here first too, Ralph. We're gonna take the shock loose so that this spring can droop down. You see how that went down some?
Can I leave it on there or take it off?
I need to take it off. Yeah, look at that bushing too. Okay, maybe that'll release some pressure. Do you want to just cut the coil so we don't have to deal with it?
Yeah, we
It's
don't
under
need
pressure.
that.
We're not going to use it again. Look, here's the thing that goes on top of it. We did lower this car a couple years ago. Look at this bump stop here.
Wow.
That thing's done for. The kit we got has like a progressive bump stop. It's pretty cool. See it moving?
Yeah. Whoa. Woo. Whoa.
There you go.
I dare you to touch that. Lick it.
I'll lick it. I'm not touching it, but I'll lick it. Now, it still didn't take all the pressure off of it, surprisingly. There you go.
How'd that feel on your piggies?
It was nice. I just had to wiggle a little bit. Yeah, we ain't got no pressure now. Woo! I expected the bottom to break loose, not the top.
There we
I
go.
got it, didn't I?
Yeah.
There you go. So we're gonna donate these parts to the guy I got the Galaxy wagon from. He has a Falcon like this, so his is stock. He said he's interested in them, so we're gonna donate all this to him.
Make a good use.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to trash them. These right here, isn't that funny?
What is that? Like a toe thing?
I think they use that to strap them down, they said in the comments, when they were transporting them and stuff.
That's cool. It's spinning, buddy. That seems so puny.
It's very small. We'll compare it to the new one. Take the whole front sway bar out of the way. There's that guy. I would think this would be optional back then because a lot of cars didn't have sway bars back then.
That's
What a
crazy.
difference in that, huh? It looks like it goes up out of the way. I was worried about that because this is really close to our oil pan here. 0.73, so it's a little less than 3/4 of an inch. And this guy is 1.26, so 1.25 inches. So
Crazy.
yeah, it looks like it's double as big, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what controls your body roll, like how much of this you have, which we have a ton of that. Ah, it's so hot. It's really hot.
Why is it so hot?
It goes through those rough threads.
Friction.
Well, there you go.
Like if you
Exactly
rub your
what I was
hands
gonna say.
together.
Look how tiny that bushing is there.
That's crazy.
When I put the 460 in my Maverick, which is the same exact suspension design, I put a Mustang 2 front end under it. And when I took all the old stuff out, these had a bigger bushing than this, but this, the bushing was just gone. Like you could take the lower control arm and do this. And I was
Wow.
racing it with a 2.3 turbo like that.
What the heck?
I never checked it. So this is what we're doing here.
It's all in one?
It's all one piece design. And see, from the factory, the spring sits on the upper control arm, as you saw. Well, this one, the coilover goes all the way down to the lower control arm. So instead of the spring being this long, it can be much longer. The shock can be much longer too. See the cool bushing here? I'm not sure what the name of this thing is, but it's much nicer than what was in there from the factory. You can see all the size differences. Look how much bigger that bushing is in the back.
Yeah.
You can tell they're really good quality bushings and stuff too. So I'm taking the upper control arms loose. You can see the length difference on these threads where I did the alignment on this thing, trying to set it where it needed to be back a couple years ago when I had access to an alignment machine. We're gonna take all this loose and we'll have all this side off. Oh, that was dramatic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look at all these washers I'd used to try to line it up. Gabriel Road something shocks. Look at our busted ball joints. Guys, sadly I'm gonna have to remove our engine retaining straps because they hook to our shock tower post and those are gonna be gone now. There's a flat plate that goes there. So if you haven't watched every video we've ever done, the reason these are here is because the fan was hitting the radiator. So this has like a 3-core radiator. When you would stop the car real fast, the fan would come in contact with the radiator and actually cut a hole in it. So this is just to hold the engine back because it has so much power. See how close that fan is to the radiator? If you look, I actually cut the mount brackets off the side and moved it forward an inch just to get it to even fit. So this is the main reason why I'm not running the inline six. I absolutely love inline sixes. I would love to build one day. There's just not enough room in here for an inline six and to do like turbo setup, which is what I want to do. So if we had more engine bay room, I would definitely be building the inline six.
Yeah, that's a good shop, kid.
Jamal, you decided to show up?
Yeah.
Ellie just messes with people.
She does. She messes with everybody. Get down, goofball.
So we won't have to use these at all. So this guy right here is what covers it, so it's gonna be completely flat up top now. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
I'm gonna take the hoops off on this side. Oh, that was incredible.
Good job.
Oh my gosh. All right. Catch it. Okay. Isn't that the small guy? Look at this seal.
She roached. She got in there, didn't she?
Yeah. Good girls.
She gonna let you have it back?
Hey, hey.
So this is a pretty cool part of the kit. So we've got to do the Shelby drop. You know what that is?
Yeah.
It ain't that lady we go to church with dancing either. Okay? Different than that one. It comes with this template here, and you flip it depending on what side you're working on. You re-drill your upper control arm holes down lower. This helps the car in cornering. I'm not sure of all the specifics of it, but it helps the suspension geometry. I knew that this kit was going to change our suspension geometry, but I saw that the factory caster angle, which is the imaginary line between your upper and lower ball joint, is 0 degrees on this. So basically, if you have 0 degrees, it basically feels like you're on a bowling ball and the car just kind of wanders on the road a lot. So a lot of sports cars, high-end cars, they lay that angle back. So this kit moves it from 0 degrees back to 7 degrees. But you remember we did that with the Metromite, we did it with the Starlet as well.
Yeah.
So the more you can lay that angle back, it's kind of like the rake on a bicycle. The farther out it is, the more it goes back to center when you let go of the wheel. This car from the factory also has positive 5/8 inch of camber, which is terrible for cornering. This lays it in 1/2 degree at the top. So that's the basis of where the kit's supposed to be. You can obviously adjust it from there. Arrow to the front. Well, you see these bolts coming through?
That's real deal Holyfield.
So Carroll Shelby apparently invented this. This is what he did to the GT350 Mustangs and stuff. So it's pretty cool that something that was invented 60 years ago, people are still doing today. It worked.
Yeah.
We start out with a 3/16 drill bit. I'm gonna try not to pinch my finger this time. So basically this is gonna be a Shelby now.
That's not how that works.
You just drill 4 holes and you have a Shelby. Now, we can take the plate off and go up to the actual size. It takes a 33/64 drill bit. That's 1/64 bigger than a 1/2 inch, or a 1/2 inch bit and a Waller. That's thick right there. So we'll do that to the other side once we get it all apart too.
Booger.
I forgot to remove these closeout plates because ours comes with a new design. So I gotta take all 8 of these bolts out right here.
What? Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
That took me out.
Do you see the difference there?
Yes.
Because this, I guess, needed more space because that big coil spring, but our new coilovers are narrower. So this allows you to run a wider hoop on there in casing.
Woo.
And it upgrades your bump stop to like a progressive bump stop that gets harder as it goes down instead of just a solid boy. All kinds of cool stuff. Now this is all removed and open, we're going to put these in there. So this is our block off plate like we showed you. This goes on the top. These two go on the bottom. So this is a billet aluminum spacer. This is your upper coilover mount. So it goes in there like that. All of our hardware comes in labeled packages. Marge, if you get any Ralphie artwork orders and it has bolts like this in it, okay? Don't ship those out, okay? Ralphie, I'm watching you. I probably don't have a bolt in the building. We better hope all the bolts are in this. This kit works for a Mustang as well, but the instructions are a little different. So it shows you if you have a Mustang or a Falcon what to do. All right, so that goes there. This guy here. And this goes to the inside with the bushing at the back. This is so exciting to me.
That's pretty cool.
I know, I've never had nothing like this.
What are you trying to find? These 2 bolts. That's just take down there, ain't it? Yeah. It's one of your favorite things to do. Yeah.
So this has a washer and a nylon lock nut on the bottom of this, so it doesn't come off there. Crazy how far suspension stuff has come over the years.
Yeah, it is.
Since when this was made. You got it, Wall?
Yep.
All right, we put some anti-seize on these.
Oh my! I was not ready. Sorry.
We actually supposed to torque these to, I think it's 25 foot-pounds. Yes.
What you got, Squeeze? Oh, I love him. It's very good.
You'll feel it. It'll be like, you know.
It clicking.
This is a term I've never heard before. This is called a slug washer. So this fits in the factory hole and is a washer for your lower hole, and it locates everything, makes it all more stable. So this goes on the inside, on the engine side. It may be hard to see though.
Yeah.
There you go. That is really cool. They really put a lot of thought in this kit for sure.
Yeah. You about took me out.
It was too far out. I hit it like over here.
There's so many cool things here I want to show you. Cross pin nut, so it can't back out. It's got a roll pin in there. It's got some crazy looking bushings. I don't even know what they're called. They're greasable. You also have these inserts that right now are centered, but I'm sure you can get offset ones, which would change your caster. Instead of using old cheapy shims, it's got these billet aluminum shims. And it says with a Falcon this year to start with 2. So that's a 1/2 inch of shim. So if you took those out, it would give you more negative camber. So if you're gonna road course it, you might take them all out, you know, to really lay the top in. I'm really impressed with it, and if you think they sent me this kit for free, you're wrong, first off. It cost me quite a bit of money to buy this kit. I'm not just saying that it's really nice. It is really nice. Now, can you start the nut on both of those? Marge the mechanic.
Get out of there. There you are.
I like the frocks, Marge. It's nice.
Thank you.
See, this has the correct bushings. This one's actually somewhat soft still. That's what was supposed to be in there. Ours is totally different on this one. He comes in like Kramer, don't he?
Yeah, he does. Oh, I hope you don't get on that table with your stuff.
He won't. He's
Poor
never-
Stanley.
What's up, Rocky? Look, is that the correct torque spec?
I think he
He
knows.
loves this stuff. Oh, no.
Okay.
I told you he's gonna be on that table.
Get in. Don't eat the instructions. These torque to 75 foot-pounds.
Okay, I can't do that.
Can you put it against something?
Yeah, keep on going.
That usually makes it a lot easier.
Maybe I can push it right here.
There you go.
Those feel really nice. They're not loose or nothing.
Yeah.
It looks too good for this car.
That's what I'm saying.
That's under pressure, wasn't it? Oh, great. There's some bad news. It just twisted the line off. Which we've had these lines loose. Why would it do that? Hear that noise? That's when it's at the right spot. Look at that thing moves, see it?
Oh, Lord.
All good? You alright?
Yeah.
That scared me so bad.
Lord. Whew. It's like a 4th of July.
Yeah. There you go. Alright, you got it.
Oh my, what is that?
That's crankle dankled, wasn't it?
Come out.
Nasty.
There you go.
That's still hot?
Yes. Alright, turn the clutch off, Law. See it's on 15. Put it on drill. Oh, yeah. Is that everything on this side? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god. Whoa, what in the world? Lord Almighty, he about to land it. Gosh, I was scared.
That sounded so crazy. All those engines going over. It was even louder right before that.
What is that mess?
Probably a military plane, I guess. I don't know. What is this contest here?
I'm putting on your foot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh.
Don't hurt her. I don't know what this competition is. I think they just invented it.
He done landed that joker somewhere, ain't he?
I hope not.
We don't normally have
That
so much
cop was
commotion around
flying.
here.
It doesn't really happen like this.
Soused her up in there, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got late, and we're going to get back on this tomorrow.
Woo! Shoo! Out!
Next day, let's get these upper control arms torqued. Oh, man. Ralph, you don't know your own strength.
I don't.
So here's our new lower control arm strut rod combo. So this replaces all that rubber bushing that has all that give. You can adjust your caster from right here. It has these little bushings in here you gotta make sure you got in before you install it though. Right in there. Like that. So this is one spot where you're supposed to reuse your factory hardware, is this lower control arm bolt. Check out the difference between the stock stuff and this.
Very cool.
So it's completely solid. It should be a way better setup for handling. This takes up the slop of this right here. This one torques to 150 foot-pounds.
150?
Yeah, it's that big boy stuff, big dog.
I don't know if I could do 150. I've done 130 though, so maybe.
Is 130 the most you've done?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do it.
I got a tool y'all probably never seen.
What?
What is that?
It's a crow's
I
foot.
haven't seen it.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, neither.
That's because you can't get close to crows. You want to hold that? I want to torque this thing. You think you can torque 150?
Yeah.
All day, right?
Come on. Give me the smoke. This is gonna be a lot. This arm's like dying.
Well, it is like more than you weigh, so.
I don't know if I can do this.
No? You want to try it, Law?
Oh my gosh, how did he do this? Golly.
Ralphie power.
Oh, you did it.
That's crazy. That's so hard to do.
150. All right, I'll do the 75 one. Whew. That pivot's right there. Look how nice that pivots. But you don't have all that give that it has from the factory.
This thing's an off-roader now. Lord.
Exactly. The instructions talk about a lower cross member here. And I don't know if it's just on the V8 cars or what, but I guess you have to take that off if you have a V8 car. Ours doesn't have that though. Get your centered up in there. Right there.
She's big.
She just wants to be your best friend.
She does the paw thing where she's like, please pet me. Oh.
So you get it almost there and I'll try.
Okay.
Like my arms are dying by the point I almost got close.
Chance to redeem yourself.
Do you think I could like... Oh, power stance.
You should get on the other side.
You go back and get you on the bike.
Hey! Good job.
I thought we were going to have to call Squeeze down here.
He's about to flex out, but he got it.
Oh my gosh.
Sit down for a while, Papa.
Take you a break.
onto the spindles that came with the kit. This gives us a much bigger bearing size. That should help because I noticed that our factory stuff was really puny. So the spacer goes on here. I'm not used to suspension that like stays where you put it. Usually it's either stuck where it's at or it just falls, one of the two.
I think we did, yeah, like that. Now we squish it.
What is a whipping?
I need something to hold on to.
Here.
Hey, what?
There you go. I go to the other side. That's all torque now. We just gotta make sure our cotter pins, yeah, that lines up. Bend them over so nothing backs off. And this is where we ran into our first issue. So this is the tie rod supplied with the kit, which is for a V8 Falcon. And we have a 6-cylinder Falcon, even though this is a Futura hardtop. And if you look, the threads on this are different size. So this is 1/2 inch. I think this is 11/16. So what we're gonna have to do long term is, it looks like you can get a 65 Falcon V8, drag link, inner tie rods, adjuster sleeves, and idler arm, and you would have everything to hook it up to this with this tie rod. So what we're gonna do for now is use our stock tie rods. There's like an 8/1000th difference in the width of these cones that are in there. There may be a little looseness with this. We're probably not gonna get a professional alignment done until we get this sorted out.
Piggy.
Oh no.
Good pig.
Get away from my feet. Get away from my feet. Oh my gosh, why does she do this to me? Why does she root my feet up like that?
Oh, she's trying to chew on foot.
She just thinking about it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Are you good? No. She shook her head no. Her not a good pig.
So we ended up putting a couple washers on it to get the height right because that cone is 8/1000ths narrower. I got the new stuff ordered from Auto Crafters to replace all the drag link setup. We'll get it right and get it aligned once we get those here.
Oh, happy Easter. That's a cute one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you get scared? Huh? It's okay. You're right.
Come on.
Yeah.
On to the exciting part here. We got to build our coilovers. So these are the single adjustable coilovers. Right in there is the adjustment. You can see you can make it stiffer, softer. I believe from the factory they're all the way stiff, -4 clicks. I think is what they are. Definitely when you're going to be autocross and stuff, we're probably going to want it stiff. We're going to thread this all the way to the top. This guy here is what holds it in place. So this will allow this collar to come off. Now it's got like a Torrington bearing set here. So you got a top, a bottom, and a bearing in the middle. We're gonna put some grease on that, just a little bit of grease, just to keep all this lubricated. Oh, that's too much. Put this down on top of here. Looks like we got 325-pound springs, I believe. At least it says 325 on it. This collar goes back over here. We put our ring back on this.
Why does this have to spin on the bottom?
Because that's how to adjust your ride height.
Oh.
So like you can adjust ride height on the fly with this.
You want it low.
Exactly. I'm just going to adjust it until it just starts getting pressure on the spring. This is your lock ring here. We'll start with that setting and see. All this is ride height adjustment, so we can go up this much or down this much. It comes with this tool to adjust it and lock it down. All right, there we go. Let's install it. So we're going to put it up through here. It has a spacer that goes in there. Through there like that. And then our bottom bolt is slightly smaller. A little bit shorter bolt, a little bit shorter spacer. Oh, wow, that's so much. So much. Just a dab. So only just a dab. Thank you, sir.
Mimi said a little dab will do you.
That's exactly right. That goes in here. That right there.
This car's gonna be so cool, especially with the.
It looks so racy now, doesn't it, with this? Funny thing is, it doesn't look like it would have this from the outside, does it?
No.
Sleeper.
Sleeper.
Oh, it's a sleeper. Finally, another sleeper build, right?
I don't think I've ever torqued anything going up.
You just did. Mark that off your bucket list. I think this is the first suspension I've ever done where I torqued everything to spec.
Actually,
I think so.
this is a hard.
There you go. So you want your adjuster to point towards the rear, it says. I guess so it doesn't get clogged up with dirt and road debris as much. That's just my theory.
I
Now we're gonna install our new closeout plates that give us more clearance. We got our jounce bumper installed, but it says to leave it loose so you can adjust where it goes. So the only place it doesn't supply the hardware is the bolts to this closeout plate and the lower control arm bolts. All right, do the one in front of it.
Go.
She's out of here.
Jump, didn't she? So where's our jounce bumper gonna hit at? Looks like it needs to go back to about there.
I'm gonna turn it over. You better not turn me over.
We're on to our last step here, putting our sway bar on. So it says to have the weight on the suspension when you do that. So I'm going to lower this down on the jack stands, and then we'll reposition this under the front control arms now. Woo. So here's our sway bar. It's 1.25 inches, way bigger than what the factory was. And it spaces the mounts downward and inward to help with lower vehicles like most of these are gonna be. So you got the 3/8 bolts that are 1 inch long. They fit in there, they can't turn. I love these like billet spacers they made, but all right, let's get this thing installed. So here's our factory sway bar location. Put the button head bolts up through there with a washer and a lock nut. I like how everything has lock nut, that's nice.
You a good shot, Pig. You help. You helping?
Says it right on there, super grease.
Wow.
So that goes inside these polyurethane bushings here, and it actually has little channels that the grease stays in there. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Mom would say that wind is a whipping.
Yeah.
They good enough?
Yeah.
They go right over that, right there on the straight areas. So then these guys, which it has a grease fitting so you can grease them on the car without taking it all apart. So we're gonna sneak it up through here. Hopefully it clears our oil pan. I was a little worried about that. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room, don't we?
Yeah.
Which way is it going?
Washer, then the nut. Okay, this isn't going well, guys.
Sorry.
Okay, washer.
I'm incapable.
Yeah, I like that. Throw that on there. Good job.
Maybe cross-threaded, may not. You know, we'll find out later.
Check out these cool sway bar end links. I've never had any like this on a car before. That's a short little guy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's little.
It ought to be pretty stiff though, with it being that short. Not much flex. We're gonna put our little grommet washer on the bottom.
Your baby's laying at your feet.
I don't know why. I still don't trust her enough to get near her with my hands. Now we torque these to 53 foot-pounds. There you go. You tighten down these grommets only until they start to squish a little bit, and then you're done with them. You don't want to over-tighten these. Just a little pooch, you know? A little pooch is all right. Now you got these collars that go in that locate the sway bar so it doesn't move left and right. We're gonna put a little bit of Loctite on them that way they don't back out. So they just clip right over this. They go all the way against this bushing here. They torque to 15 foot-pounds. Well guys, I think we've got it all installed. Here's a look at what it looks like in there. And man, they really set it up tight. Look at the clearance there between the sway bar and that lower control arm.
It looks nice.
Yeah. It looks too nice for this car is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Just want to give you up close on everything because you might be wondering how something fits or how it went in. I might not got a good shot of everything. So we'll probably adjust our ride height if it's not exactly correct. There's the entire kit installed. It's kind of funny, I called their tech line, and apparently I'm the first person to put one of these kits on a 6-cylinder car. So that's why I ran into the tie rod issue, because I guess anybody that's putting one of these kits on already has a V8 car, you know? It all bolted right in. I'm really impressed with the quality of it. We'll see how it performs though in the future. Now we've got to move on to our brake kit. So, like I said, these are for a 70 to 73 Mustang with drum brakes. Is what this kit's for. This is the reason why I ordered it for that. It has the bearings that match these bearings because it's got bigger bearings in stock. And this plate right here is set up for a drum brake 70 to 73 Mustang. Hey guys. We've already had a bunch of breakouts. They figure out a way out of everything. Hey Murphy.
He's in the creek. He's wet.
He loves getting in the creek now. What you, Rocky? I like your stepping stool. That's great. The slots go this way, so this is the driver's side. This is our 2-piston calipers right there. That's the bleeder screw. It goes to the top. So this is the driver's side. We're gonna get this all assembled.
Okay. Hey, Glenn.
So that long bolt goes there, and the shorter bolts go up here.
I think you torque them to 58 foot-pounds.
58, Ralph. Set her up. Can you do it straight down like that? It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Granny could do it. Granny used to put up 250 on the bench. Look at the cat and Ellie. What are they doing together? You got this, Marge. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Back on off. Back on off. You're gonna break the bolt.
Just making sure.
I'm gonna clean the spindle off so we make sure we don't have any like dirt or debris in there, getting our grease, mess anything up. I believe this is already pre-greased and everything, guys.
I think I looked at it and I saw grease. So.
Okay. You pulled the caps, didn't you?
Yeah,
I knew you would. Trying to make sure these don't have any oil on them either. They don't look oily. Sometimes, you get them from the parts store and they're covered in oil. You don't want to put them on that way. Give a little extra, back in there. Good deal. Just trying to fill in the empty space in there. See if this guy fits. Like it's made for it, huh?
Oh, that looks so good.
And now we have a 5-lug car instead of a 4-lug car.
Princess Penelope.
You get a rub as she goes by, that's it. All you get. I'm not sure what we're going to put on this.
I got an idea.
I know what I was thinking.
What?
The Mustang out there.
Same thing. I was going to say that.
Like-minded, huh? So their instructions are the same as what I always do. Spin it while you tighten it down. Something's in a bind here. What is it up against? Oh, it's on the jack.
Looks like a jack.
Okay. Let's move the jack here.
Classic. And now it spins fine.
Like I was saying, you spin it while you tighten it till it bottoms out. Their instructions, since everything's brand new in this, I guess, bring it in until it loses all play, and then they say to give it a 1/16 of a turn of preload. Probably because all these bearings are brand new and they're gonna wear in, so it'll get looser pretty quick. So we'll follow their instructions there. Put our cage over here and our pin. There you go. We're trying to get all our parts together here. It shows like how to set it all up on the table to make sure you have the correct side. You got these little clips here that slip onto here. Trying to get all that done. You've been using my needle nose pliers to weld?
Yeah.
They have welding slag on them and they're bent.
Well, I bet they got hot.
Look at this. There ain't a bolt in the building. And my tools are all welded on.
You have like 3 pairs.
Yeah, and 2 of them's in your tackle box.
Well, get the 2.
These just snap into here, and the little S clip is supposed to go on the opposite side of the bleeder. There you go, like that right there. There you go. Okay, what next, Penelope? So this hooks on this side, and you push it down the spring side like this, and then we've got a pin to put in. So
This guy.
yeah, this guy goes in from the back
It
side
has flat spots on it.
like that. See, this clip right here is what holds everything in place. So the only thing you have to do to change your pads is to pop that E-clip out, slide the pin out, rock this open, you can change the pads. So that would be really quick. Look at that.
Woo!
Look at her.
So it's got some 1/2-inch bolts that thread into that billet bracket behind here. Oh, this one goes on back. Sorry, bro. I love how it looks.
That looks awesome.
Now we need to get some stock looking hoops and hide all this. Last thing to install from the kit, we got our brake lines here, which are some sort of coated braided stainless. So the nice thing about braided stainless lines over regular rubber lines is they don't expand. So like you can lose some of your brake pressure with expansion on rubber. It has an adapter on it to go to a 3/16 brake line. Or it also has an adapter for 1/4 inch if your car has 1/4 inch. Then we gotta go move on to the custom part of this deal. The master cylinder and brake lines. So that's tightened up to that. I tried to route it kind of out of the way here. Our line will go up into this factory bracket and it comes with the clip. It locks into place. And there you go. It's all together. Hey, do y'all want to go get 2 of the hoops off that Mustang when we try them on here?
Didn't we take one off in the field because it was blown out, right?
Yeah, we don't need it blown out.
Go get that and try it on?
Oh, if you can find one, yeah, we can try it.
I think we left it out there.
All right, go find that and we'll
I'll
try
bring
it.
this anyways.
deal?
I want to say it's gonna fit.
Well, it looks like it's got 5.5 inches of back spacing, 3 inches of front. That's gonna be too wide, I guarantee it. I bet this car can't fit, but maybe a 7.
Yeah, it's already rubbing up top.
Hitting the control arm, isn't it? Yeah. We may have to steal something off something else just to...
What else is there?
Wait, is that just rubbing? Is it rubbing bad? How bad is it rubbing?
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's like rubbing.
We got 2 spots here. We got the outer tie rod it's hitting and the upper ball joint. So 5.5 inches of back spacing is just a little too much. It's probably gonna be 5 inches of back spacing. But it looks like the 3 inches of front spacing is about dead on, isn't it? On the outside?
Yeah.
If you flared this a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
If you don't know, a 7-inch rim is actually 8 inches wide. So it's 7 inches bead to bead, not outside to outside.
That looks so good on there.
So it'd probably have to be a 7. Yeah, it does look aggressive, doesn't it?
That looks incredible.
It's probably gonna have to be a 7-inch rim with 3 in the front and like 5 in the back, you know? You think there's any other options? You see anything else out there?
I'll go look.
Oh, you got some Ranger hoops?
Yeah. What car?
Oh man, you hit them with it, did you?
Oh yeah.
These came off my 95 Ranger. That clears on it.
Yep. And they're pretty wide and they're not too tall.
They're probably a 15 by 7, I bet. Is this a 15? Yeah, I bet they're a 15 by 7.
Is there more than one?
Yeah, I got another one.
This will be perfect for testing purposes. Oh yeah. So we got about 1 inch there, and we got about a, we might have a 1/4 of an inch there. So that's really the perfect width. You might could go out another inch to the front with this. That's really about all you want though, unless you really want to push it to the outside. So the max you can fit 4.5 to 4 3/4 inches towards the back, 3.5 to the front. If you went a bigger diameter though, you could probably get past that ball joint and maybe past the tie rod and then fit something wider towards the back. But that looks like it's gonna be it for 15. Good find, Ralph. Now I'm gonna take our master cylinder off. We're gonna have to get creative with our fittings and stuff here to make all this work.
All right, Squeezy, you got any words of wisdom today?
Your hot chocolate ain't hot. That ain't hot chocolate.
Oh.
I'm taking the bolt out here that attaches the push rod to the pedal. Now, one thing a lot of people overlook if they're swapping to manual brakes, which this car is manual from the factory, is the pedal ratio. So the distance from here to here versus distance from here to here. So usually they say you need like a 6 or 7 to 1 ratio on your pedal, because usually power brakes, this location here is moved on down because you don't need the extra help. A lot of times if you do a manual brake conversion kit from power, it'll be a plate that moves your master cylinder up higher on the pedal to give you more torque on that pedal. Oh, I hear Squeeze cranking up the dirt bike.
Oh yeah, she's about to rip her up. Squeeze all Knievel!
Alright, here's the whole deal. I don't know what popped and broke in this thing. We put a new master cylinder on about 3 years ago or something. These old cars, before like the mid-60s, they all had single pot master cylinders like this. So it's one reservoir, and basically the reason why they went away from this is if you have a single reservoir and one thing goes wrong with your brakes, you lose front and rear brakes altogether. Mid to late 60s, they switched to a dual reservoir master cylinder. That way, if your fronts went out, you still had your backs. If your backs went out, you still had your fronts. Oh, Granny, Granny. You had to get the hot chocolate. Granny, I had the table looking so nice. Here, let me just sit it down here for you. Here you go, it's yours now. Wow. What are you doing? What's that face? Is that a yawn? I'm gonna try to pull this push rod out of here. Oh, watch out, guys. There we go. We should be able to use this in our new master cylinder. I may have to grind that end down on it. We gotta make sure our depth is correct. Yeah, I'm gonna grind that down some. So I'm sure Baer makes some really good master cylinders, but I keep these guys in stock sitting around here. And since we're not doing the rear brakes at this time, I'm just gonna use one I got laying around here. We may switch to one of theirs later on. These are the ones I use all the time. These are Chrysler Town & Country van from the 90s master cylinders. So this one has a 0.95 bore, this one has a 0.82. I'm gonna go with a 0.82 because I like a softer pedal feel. I don't like a brake pedal that feels like a brick. They recommend a 15/16 bore or a 7/8 bore. And this is going to be right around that 7/8 size. I'm going to stick this push rod back in here. And it looks like from the firewall to the center of our pin on the pedal is about right at 4 inches. And if we put it right in here, it's going to be quite a bit longer. It's going to be 4.5 inches. So looks like we're going to have to cut a 1/2 inch off this. But I'm going to go ahead and test fit the master cylinder before we do that and do the measurement on the car just to verify. So these have a standard 3/8/24 thread in here for a 3/16 line. So it's just your standard tube that goes in there. A lot of times master cylinders have weird sizes on these right here. It has the same width and everything, so it should bolt right up to this. It's the same one we put on a bunch of vehicles, like the Metromite has this one, so does the F100. We put it on our 67 Thunderbird we used to have. This bar, I wish it was like the Mustang, but this bar comes out. About all the master cylinder you can fit. I don't know how you put power brakes under here. Oh, that's gone. It's crazy that thing bolts right in there, huh?
Yeah.
Considering it's a Chrysler. Yeah, that's pretty much confirming what we thought. Let me get a measurement on it though, just to make sure. Is that about center right there, Marge?
Yeah.
Okay, let's cut it to that length. Oh yeah, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was easy enough. See, when it's at rest, it does not need to be pushing in on the piston at all. It's not, you can see right there. So that's like the perfect length for it. I won't know what to do with brakes and
I'm telling you
suspension that works. So we have started the process of trying to make the lines. I have the other master cylinder here, which is identical. Since we have no rear brakes currently, I've got to somehow block that off to where there's nothing going to there. Usually the rear one goes to the front brakes and the front one goes to the rear, because this one gets more fluid supply than this does. And because this is the brake light switch, I've also got to plumb that in. We got some things to figure out.
Sleep dude security. What are you eating?
So this one's going to come out of here and split off to both the front brakes. And this one, which would normally go to the rear brakes, I am going to make it just for my brake light switch. When we actually have rear brakes, we'll put another splitter in there. We'll split off to the rear brakes and to that fitting. But for now, this is how we're going to do it. It needs to be about that long right there. I'm going to show this to you one time for you guys that don't know. So you let it stick out the same amount as your flaring tool here. Then you put this in here like that. Take this, put it on there, smash her down flat, back it back off, pull this die back out of here, and then do the same thing again without the die in there with just the cone. And always make sure of what, Ralphie?
Put your thin on the end.
Yeah, if you don't put your tube nut on there and you flare it, you gotta cut it all back off and start over. Give us a nice flare. Woo!
Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Like, what
She
is
didn't know what I was
telling-
doing at all.
I was like, what are you telling me to do?
There's our line for the driver's side. I ended up reusing the line that goes across to the other side, basically because there's nothing wrong with it. Probably when we pull the engine and stuff and do our engine swap, we might replace it then, maybe-ish. Screwing this in and we should have all our brake lines done.
Woo! Woo!
It took forever, guys. It's been several hours, but it's just super repetitive, so there's not much to video. So I've got some DOT 4 brake fluid because that's what Baer recommends we use. Oh, I missed. DOT 4 works at higher temperatures than DOT 3, I believe. Go down with them. So we're going to start with the farthest point, which is over here. Oh, I heard it. We're going to have a lot of air. We didn't bench blade the master cylinder, which would have helped. Oh, there you go. Starting to get something now.
That went from like straight to the floor to like brick in less than like 3 seconds.
All right, hold it down now.
In other words, she's getting a pedal, guys.
Oh, yeah. I got a bunch that time. Oh, yeah. That was a bunch. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. So something that says in the kit when you're bleeding it, I've never heard to do before, and it makes sense. It says to tap it with like a hammer, because you might have air bubbles on the side that aren't coming to the top.
Oh.
And it said to give it a little tap to shake the bubbles to the top, in case you got them clingers, you know. Guys, I think we're done bleeding this thing. I originally put these on here as burnout casings for either the Maverick or the LTD wagon.
I looked that up.
I'm excited to see what the ride height is, because these are actually a little bit taller than what we took off the front, so that's going to raise it a little bit, but we can just set it where we want to now.
This one doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, the other one looks hideous in every way. Plus, this is a directional casing and it's going the wrong direction, so that'll be good. I love that hot glue gun look. It's so good.
Why don't you just tear it off
My gosh, what is that?
The other one has a chrome cap that was glued on. This one, the cap came off.
So you just glued it back on?
No, this is factory glue.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, run it up there, Ralph.
Nice car. That was pretty fast.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
All right, let's see what it looks like.
Oh wow. That looks really good.
Give her a jams. That's about right, huh? It's stiffer, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Yeah,
stiff.
way stiff.
There's no,
You hurt
I
yourself?
figured that out.
yeah, that really.
Oh man, that's way stiffer than what it was.
That's not.
There was no jams in that.
Like, is this coming down? I can't tell because I'm not going down.
I think the ride height's right about where it needs to be if it won't rub. Ralphie, go in and turn the wheel and see if it rubs. Because I'm afraid it's going to rub. It's sitting lower in the front than is the back, which I like. Yeah, we got about an inch of clearance maybe.
That's all the way.
Okay. I think it's got a better turning radius now. Turn it back the other way. Yeah, we better not go any lower because when we do this, it's going to do it anyway, you know? Mm-hmm. I guess we'll set the toe and let her go, huh? I hope we have enough adjustment in our front toe to fix that. So these are completely jammed up. I'm going to try to heat them up and get them going again. Oh, there we go. Which way is that turning, Wall?
It's going. It's like
It's going that way?
Yeah, it's going.
tightening up?
Uh-huh.
Watch the wheel and tell me if it's correcting our toe problem, somebody. It just needs a lot of heat. I think it needed that when I did the alignment years ago, from memory. So this spindle must have a different distance on it. It's pretty far off, you know? It's probably set up for the V8 setup, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should try to do that one too.
Yeah, it's still towed in, so stepping our game up. Oh, wow. Finally broke loose. All right, are we going the right way? Ooh, it's getting stuff on me. That was really stuck. Is that going the right way?
Yeah. When does this stuff fall?
That's rust, I guess.
It's getting better though.
Cheddar's getting better.
Yeah.
It's getting close, like actually.
That's a good Jamal. Yes, it is. Him so good.
We got everybody on this. Dad's in here. We're lining up both sides at the same time.
I'm touching that.
There you go.
I'm touching. You're both touching?
Yep.
Okay. We have like a 1/16 of an inch of toe in right here. That should be good enough.
For the girls we hang out with?
Sure.
What are you talking about?
Well, we think we got her all buttoned up and ready to go drive it and test it, but it's already dark outside. Squeeze has already abandoned us, so we will see you guys tomorrow and we'll do some final testing on this. Okay, next day. Got my engine strapped back in so we won't have any radiator to engine clearance issues. You know, you gotta hold back that amount of power, you know? You can't just let her free. Got my battery strapped back in here and I thought about, I'm gonna tighten up the steering box a little bit. You can see we got a little bit of slop here, which some of that's from the tie rods that are mismatched. I'll show you real quick how to do that. Hard to get the camera in here, but you hold it in the center, break the nut loose, which I just did. Back this nut off enough to give you some adjustment inward and give it a little bit of turn in. Now you don't want to go in and jam something up, but I like to give it just a little bit and then go turn the wheel back and forth, give it a little bit more. If it starts to bind up, you want to stop. I'm sure there's a lot of people that know more than me about this, but that's how I've always done it. So I ended up turning in, half a turn is all I ended up turning it in. We'll see how that does. It seems to kind of be hitting a hard spot there. I don't want to press my luck. We'll lock this jam nut back down. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, let's go test this thing.
You're okay. Going out.
You gotta rev it a little bit to get it to charge with this one-wire alternator. Will Granny move out of the way? Oh, the pedal is nice. It's not as hard as it used to be.
Yeah, it was like that before. Now it's
That smaller bore diameter must help.
try it out. Oh.
Oh, we got brakes.
Oh.
We don't want to good until we get them bedded in, you know.
Baby.
Look out, Granny. She's just senile, isn't she?
Yeah.
Or you can feel it stiffer.
Yeah.
I like it. I like a car that rides stiff. Oh yeah, we got brakes. It'll be interesting to see the distance difference in the stopping.
Yeah. Probably a lot.
Let's go to our official test site. Squeeze decided she wanted to ride with Mom, and Wah is going on a school trip.
Feels a lot.
You can tell, like, immediately it rides completely different.
Yeah.
I love the ride. It's not super stiff. It feels like it's going to handle good, you know?
Yeah.
I like it. Brakes feel way more responsive. Do you think this will be faster than the super people in the autocross when we get done?
Maybe.
So we just eyeballed all the alignment. So you saw we did our toe. I also checked the camber just with a level. It looks like they're very similar. I don't know exactly how many degrees of camber we have, obviously. I need to get the setup to do alignments at the house. I did some measuring of our lower ball joint back to our frame, and it's identical on both sides. So everything just set up to the base settings. It needs a professional alignment done once we get our correct tie rods. Another thing the brakes were doing with the old brakes is the farther you drove them, the worse they got for whatever reason. If you drove for like 30 minutes, you hit the brakes and it wouldn't even want to stop. So I don't know what that was. I know like brake shoes and pads fade when they get hot, but they weren't dragging, so I don't know what it was. I definitely think we had a master cylinder issue for one thing. Here we go. See our brakes, a couple of test hits here. Get them. Oh yeah.
They feel so much better.
Here we go. I don't know how fast it'll take it. Oh, it's way flatter.
Oh my gosh, that feels so much better.
That's so much
That
flatter.
is so much better. It's crazy. I got rammed into the door.
That was way flatter, wasn't it? It didn't even sway. It doesn't even have a rear sway bar on it at all.
Didn't Rocket too bad in here this time?
Oh, she said she hit
I
something.
got rammed right there.
We'll do a couple more passes, see how it does. See if we can do any better.
I think you can take it faster. Faster. That is crazy.
Oh, that is so much better.
And it braked good.
It braked super good. Like before, we almost ran off in the grass.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Let's do a really quick one.
Really, really quick. Every time I feel like we're gonna crash or something. Into a cone? Yeah. That's so much faster.
Woo! I think I pushed it hard enough, huh?
I think you did. You done dug up the gravels. Oh, you left black marks.
I like flipped over. I was like this at one point.
It helped if I had some good casings on it.
Yeah.
Well, that was way better.
Way better.
Way better. It's crazy that even though it doesn't have a rear sway bar, it controls it that good just with the front end.
It like didn't even do it almost at all.
Just imagine when this thing has a rear sway bar and better springs in the back, better shocks in the back. That's going to make a big
She
difference.
gonna be legit.
Too legit to quit?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do our braking test.
All right.
I think this is the biggest difference I've ever seen in a car by doing suspension work, because I've never really put a complete kit in like this.
Yeah.
Man, that was way better. It was just sliding that was the only problem.
Right here, is this the spot? Oh, I smell it. He left some marks, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You ever got skid marks?
No.
Alright, let's see how far this was. That was so much better. If the casings would have hooked up, it'd done even better. 146 feet. So it shortened the stopping distance by 72 feet better.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Right?
That's great.
Man, that's a huge difference. Like, if we had better casings, it would have stopped a lot quicker because it was sliding.
Yeah. How did your pedal feel?
Great.
You didn't hear no pops or...
No? I mean, maybe my knee popped.
I guarantee it did.
Well, guys, thanks for watching this video. We appreciate everybody that's followed this build along the last few years. You know, I really love this car. And this makes it way more drivable for me. I have not been driving it as much because of the brake issues. This makes me feel a lot better now that I can drive it more. Obviously, the transmission's going out in this car. We're hoping to address that soon. Hopefully before too long. We got to get a couple other little projects like the Fairmont big block car and the Metro Mite done. But hopefully we will be getting the V8 swap and the 5-speed done this thing shortly. Big thank you to Detroit Speed and Baer Brakes. We appreciate their involvement in this. Big thank you to Holly as well. The only thing stopping me on the Metro Mite right now is I'm waiting on the transmission. So as soon as I get that, we can finish that project up, get it installed for good. We got to get the wagon fixed. We got windows to fix, an oil leak to fix. We got to fix Mom's Yukon, and I've been trying to get on the Econoline. I mean, it's just, projects never end around here, do they?
Nope.
No. I'm good. I just
Good?
ate.
Oh, he just ate. What's wrong with him? Huh? Oh,
You
Mom,
better-
I know you do.
You take it. I don't want it.
What's wrong?
Granny wakes up over there. She's gonna
Granny's right behind the camera, and I can't believe
her
she
eyes
didn't
are
pick up.
closed right now.
Oh, okay. Whoop.
Oh.
If you don't move, she can't see you guys. But you can check out our merchandise at thesleeperdude.com. We got awesome shirts. We don't have this one because this is one of 2 shirts.
There you go.
We got custom made when we were trying to figure out what we were doing. We got hoodies, squeezy artwork, top seller in the company right here. We should have like a plaque, like employee of the month or something. We got Ralphie metal artwork. We got Wawa pencil drawings. Hopefully she's having fun on her trip that she's going on today. We are wanting to do like a summer trip. I'm not sure where we're going yet, but we're trying to plan that out right now. Where we're going, what we're taking. It'll be exciting to see how this thing does on the autocross.
I may have to whip it back around there
I know, right?
next time.
Break your own record, right?
Anybody can break that. It was a bad record, wasn't it?
I would love to have a time right now on what to do around that. But just think, if you had wider casings all the way around that were in better shape,
Yeah.
and you had rear disc brakes and a rear sway bar and better springs and shocks, imagine what this thing will do next
She
time.
got 1 of 3, I think.
If we have more power and with the suspension upgrades in the back, we may be competitive in the antique class, you
Oh
know?
yeah, maybe in the antique class. Yeah.
We might have to try for a podium finish at the
Okay.
antiques class. Probably not. Well, let's go see the animals, see what they're doing.
Woo! Woo! Bye.
Oh, you better hurry. Murphy's coming. Murphy's coming. Murphy, you have been in the mud puddles. Here. Have you been playing in the mud puddles all day long, every day? Every time you look out, he's in the mud. Here. Here you go, Rocky. What you been doing, bud? You like your new field out here?
Here.
Oh, damn. Oh, gosh. Getting attacked here.
Here.
Rocky Jr. didn't get one
Oh,
yet.
don't eat my shirt.
Oh.
Here. Oh.
This is a train wreck, guys. This is a train wreck. Last one.
No, don't get
George, you want it? Nope, not even close.
George.
Carl, you want the last one? Here, you can have the last one, Rocky. Give it to the people. Look at that. All right, hey, look at it. You see his green chin from all the grass he's been eating?
Oh.
Where's Granny at when you need her? On the front porch, asleep.
Oh, she's running.
Oh man, look at the speeds on this.
Oh my gosh.
We need a radar detector. Look at her go. Oh, this is gonna be the longest run yet. Right here, the longest one yet.
Look, here comes the donkeys. Come on, Wayne.
Come on, girl.
Wayne.
How's her stamina? Oh, she's slowing down. She's
Gave
slowing
up.
down. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's down to a crawl now.
We had to walk
Oh.
with her.
Come on, it's okay, girl. Here you go.
Go.
Heavy breathing. You need that after that run, don't you?
It's a good. That's a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, boy. Look at all the skin.
And muddy feet. He loves the mud.
And remember, if you can't hold on to something, let it go.
He's getting so big. Raymond's so fancy, he's got a outside playpen now. Granny, it can't always be you in front of the camera, okay? It can't always be you. Oh, she touched me with it.